Whenever you're ready, start punching me. Ooh, you really trying to hit me. Ooh, what did I do to you? What did I do to you, my guy? Tap out. Arm bar. Tap out. Tap out. Defend yourself. Fight back. Fight back. Defend yourself. Is that it? Just arm barred you. Come on. Is that it? You're not gonna hide your arm? Scared? What? Fine, I'll do it myself. I feel like I gaslit you to put my foot in your face. What is that? What the heck was that? So the first thing I did was the moment I saw you starting to throw strikes, I covered up my face and I pulled my knees to my chest to disrupt your base, and I immediately went for an overhook and I pulled you in close. Now, even if you were to start throwing strikes at me, I'm covered up, and now I'm gonna reach for an overhook. Now, when I reach for my overhook, I'm reaching over your elbow and I'm pulling in tight. Now from here, I'm gonna turn onto my side and I'm gonna let my arm slide. I'm gonna grab your wrist and start pushing out, and I'm gonna push off your hip, let go, and start going for my triangle. Now, if you start posturing up, I'm gonna keep your arm trapped and just go for my arm bar. And then if this doesn't work, I go back for the triangle. But let's say you start posturing up and you hide that, again, I have my TP, triangle. But more likely that's not gonna work. So I'm gonna throw punches at your face, and then from here, I'm gonna push your head away. And then what I did was I hooked underneath your neck, came back here, and then I basically pushed off my own leg as I pulled down and finished the go-go plata. But I'm not gonna really be able to do that, so what I did was I took my leg that's on the bottom, I swam it over, and then I basically squeezed and kicked up like that. Make sense? Yeah. And then you have an arm bar from here too. The moment I saw him going for strikes, I covered up and I pulled my knees to my chest to start disrupting his base. Then I went for an overhook, I pulled him in close, and then even from here, he can start throwing strikes, but I'm protected. I'm gonna go for an overhook, and I'm gonna hook over his elbow. I don't wanna hook down here. Hook over the elbow, I'm gonna turn onto my hip that's on the same side as the arm that I'm trapping. I'm gonna let my arm slide down. I'm gonna get control of his wrist. I'm gonna push his wrist out, and I'm gonna push off his hip and set up my triangle choke. Now, if that doesn't work, all I'm gonna do is push his head to the side and finish my arm bar. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna go back to my triangle. Now, let's say he starts posturing up and hiding the arm from here. All I have to do is reach over and start swimming for my Kimura. But let's say that doesn't work, I can straighten my legs, I have my TP choke, and if that doesn't work, you can push his head this way, hook underneath his neck, and you have your go-go plata. But I don't really like this angle, so I like to swim my leg over the back of his head, push down, and compress.